Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker Unification live on Showtime Boxing. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. You know we working. Now, just announced, Showtime Boxing will telecast Joshua versus Parker live March 31st on Showtime. It takes place at the Principality, what's it called? It's in Cardiff, Wales, Principality Stadium. And listen to me. Said this before and I say it again. I'm a straight shooter. I tell you how I really feel. I'm honest, I'm uncut, I'm raw, unadulterated. I give you guys that pure, that cocaína. And Showtime is killing HBO boxing. Listen, HBO boxing, we have a couple fights. The fight, obviously, the biggest fight is Canelo versus Triple G. But the problem herein lies is Canelo Triple G is a pay-per-view. Now, I'm probably going to go to the fight like I went to the first fight, so I don't have to pay for a ticket or pay for pay-per-view. So it really doesn't affect me. I'm just talking as a boxing fan because, you know, I am a boxing fan on top of being a journalist for the sport of boxing. And that is Showtime's killing. You got to look at it. We got the heavyweight division, and you got two important fights for the heavyweight division where even though you can have a favorite in the fights, it could go either way, technically. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are good challenges. That's Deontay Wilder versus Luis King Kong Ortiz, March 3rd. And then the same month, at the tail end of the month, March 31st, you have Anthony Joshua defending his 3 belts with the WBO champion in a unification, Joseph Parker. And to be honest, I like what I'm hearing from Joshua and Parker. They both sound pretty confident. Parker's saying, hey, if Joshua gets knocked down, he won't survive like he did with Klitschko. He has a glass chin. He's the king of steroids. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? He's helping sell the fight. And then I've seen some interviews with Joshua, and he's like, I hope he can last. I hope it's not an early knockout. We'll see. Eddie Hearn also is jumping in the mix, saying we'll see how Parker responds to these Joshua shots. So I'm looking forward to both of those fights, both heavyweight fights, because they mean a damn. You know what I mean? And Showtime has both of them. Showtime got the rights to televise both of them. This is not like Joshua Klitschko where Showtime and HBO secured the rights because one fighter was on Showtime, Joshua at the time, and then Klitschko had been an HBO fighter. Showtime is solely airing these fights. You know what I mean? And this is on top of Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson on the same day as Keith Thurman's return. This is in addition to Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios with Benavidez, Gabriel 2. This is in addition to Mikey Garcia, Sergey Lipinets with Kirill Relic and what's his name, Rances Bartholomew. This is in addition to Jamal Charlo fighting Hugo Centeno Jr. on the Wilder Ortiz card on that March 3rd. This is in addition to Broner Figueroa. This is in addition to Errol Spence having a Dallas, most likely a Dallas homecoming fight in June. In addition, these are all on the Showtime bill, on the Showtime network. And I probably missed a few. You know what I mean? Tank Davis is going to be on that Broner Figueroa card. Killing. Al Heyman is killing. And once again, I told y'all last year, tell the truth. Tell the truth. What happened to all those detractors who said, oh, HBO so much better than Showtime. Oh, PBC going downhill. They can't pay for it. Where are they now? VH1 style. Where are they now? Because what is HBO really and truly giving us on their premium network, right? What? Lucas Matisse versus Karim, which was horrible. You know what I mean? Jorge Linares versus Hesta, which wasn't that great on the same card. And the Superfly, I'm looking forward to that, but I would like to see like Dwayne Beeman, Inui, Jerwin, and Cajas. I would like to see them in the Super. That would make it really pop. But Inui left the division. I don't know why they didn't get Jerwin or Dwayne in that particular Superfly contest. But I mean, that is solid. Then you have Sergey Kovalev versus Igor. Who is that? Who's Igor? You know what I mean? The co-main event is very good. Dimitri Bivol versus Sullivan Barrera. But it's on the same night as Wilder Ortiz. So, you know what I mean? If I go cover a fight, it's going to be Wilder Ortiz. Because that's a little bit more meaningful. You got Ortiz undefeated. Wilder undefeated. Right? So, Showtime's killing, man. And listen, this is not like some gangbanging turf war. If HBO had The Rock right now, I would tell you, just like I have in the past. Like, man, HBO, their schedule is crazy. You know what I mean? They're killing, if that's how I felt. Showtime has it, they have it. It is what it is. And see, the reason I'm making videos and speaking my mind, because that's what I do on my channel. You don't like, unsubscribe, don't follow, don't listen to the content. I don't care. But the other reason I'm doing it is because it's disappointing, because I've always looked at HBO as the staple for, and the standard, like the gold standard for boxing telecasts. You know what I mean? It wasn't ESPN. ESPN had like fighters that had been washed. You know what I mean? Like a Kermit Cintron versus so-and-so. You know what I mean? After their careers were more washed up. You know what I mean? Showtime had kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? They got Mike Tyson after prison Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's disappointing to see HBO almost giving up because they haven't responded. They haven't responded to Broner, Figueroa, Garcia, Rios, or Badu, Jack, and Stevens. They're not responding to any of these fights by like, wow, okay, we got this. The only thing they've done is Canelo Triple G, and you can't count that. Cannot be included, because even if you have an HBO subscription, you cannot watch that fight through HBO, just standard HBO. You got to get the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And I understand HBO has other business, and I understand the boxing budget might not be the biggest. You know what I mean? They got Game of Thrones and other successful shows that are lucrative, but I just feel like HBO Boxing needs to determine, are you in or are you out? You know what I mean? You can't have 1 foot out, 1 foot in. You can't have your competition who was clearly in the past trailing, right? They were in the past trailing, and then now they're putting on better fights. And some people are like, oh, but HBO has higher numbers. I mean, things happen over time, and I'm not a numbers-driven person as a boxing fan, and that's what's wrong to me. And I'm not trying to get too preachy, but that's what's wrong with boxing fans nowadays. A lot of them are like moist cowards. Like, you care more about what numbers a company is doing. You care more about a fighter's paycheck that you don't get to see a red cent of. You know what I mean? Those are the things that actually impress you. You know, oh, but why should Anthony Joshua fight Wilder? Because Joshua made 25 million versus Klitschko. Like, what? Who says that? As a boxing fan, why would you care how much Joshua's making, Wilder's making? You know what I mean? As opposed to just wanting to see the fight. You know what I mean? Why do you care about HBO's numbers? I care about who's putting on the better fights. And over time, and things don't happen overnight, but over time, Showtime's numbers, I'm sure, are going to get better, and they're going to be more regarded for boxing if they keep doing this, if they keep putting a focus on. You know what I mean? I would encourage boxing fans to get Showtime. But, you know what I mean? Things like that take time. But Joshua Parker landing on Showtime, that's definitely big for the network. Again, it's a fight that I'm looking forward to. I think it'll be a good fight. Some bad blood there. 2 champions, unification, and it kind of sets up the next chess piece. It sets up the next move for what should happen at heavyweight, that and Wilder Ortiz. And Showtime's aligning themselves very well, at least with boxing fans. You know what I mean? And it's been impressive what they've done with their schedule, and I literally have not seen a response, a dedicated response from HBO. You know what I mean?
Do it in the street.
It's crazy.
Do it at home.
So Shout out to Showtime nabbing another big heavyweight fight. Let me know who wins. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.